voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy, fix it for your boy. Drop it for your wah 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 wah. Lift it up.
Hello, happy Monday. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Get up in here, girl. Get up in here. It's a new week. It's Monday. It's raining in Georgia. It was raining over the weekend. In New Orleans, it was a time. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get in here and get the lights up on the video. Shalanzo, I'm sorry. It says, Boo, have you heard about the talk? Have you heard all the talk about vampires in NOLA? Yes, me and my best friend was talking about that, actually. We were talking about vampires, werewolves, and stuff like that. And yes, she believes in them, and so do I. This is the thing. I've always had this type of mindset. If you believe in the good spirituality, you got to believe in the bad spirituality. You see what I'm saying? So if you believe in angels, you got to believe in devils. If you believe in good spirits, you got to believe in bad spirits. If you believe in good and bad, every yin has a yang. I personally have never ran across a vampire or a werewolf. I did watch this man on YouTube who spoke about in the 80s or the 90s, I want to say. He met this group of guys, and they ran into this werewolf that he thought he hollered at earlier, which was a girl. And he described the werewolf. It was crazy. Now, I personally never ran across it. Thank you, Lord. But yeah, they do exist. Absolutely. But the trip was good, you guys. It stormed all of Friday, which was the day of the graduation, and I had to drive. Other than that, it was storming. My hair was this big after I had them flat ironed. Y'all saw how big it was after I washed it. Then I flat ironed it, had it all cute. Girl, all the way to get to the schoolhouse, girl, and the hair went, psh, I forgot about the humidity in New Orleans, but my baby did graduate, you guys, so I'm super excited about that. I was able to hang out in the city. Shout out to the young lady I met at Portico. I met a young lady at Portico, which is a restaurant in New Orleans. She was a really nice, sweet lady. Shout out to her. I be running across y'all, yay. Every time I go home, I run across somebody who know me. I have never not gone home and I ran across somebody who be like, Voo! And I'd be like, hey, girl. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody, y'all. It was great. She ended up, after the graduation, we went to my best friend's mom, which is like my second mama, and they broiled crawfish. They had shrimp. Girl, they cooked. The food was off the chain. It was a time. Belle says, Voo, I followed your advice. What happened? Voo, I followed your advice and read up on my genealogy, and your girl is Creek in John. Family name on the rolls and all. That's what I'm talking about. Family. Y'all do your genealogy. Do your genealogy. I love to hear those stories. I love to hear that y'all getting up here doing y'all paperwork, because I done told y'all them Africans coming over here changing their last name to American last names. They gonna slide in on your fortune. Watch. By the time they start entertaining and really giving back what's owed to the Niji, it's gonna be buku Africans talking about I'm fourth generation Sterling nigga. I'm fourth generation. Fourth generation. I'm Sterling. Great grandfather. Adonis Sterling was my great grandfather. Okay. Then y'all gonna be sitting here looking crazy. But I told y'all, do your genealogy. You see what I'm saying? Oh, go ahead on though. Keep spitting in the tube and giving them your little blood or whatever. Go ahead on. Go ahead on. I'm telling you now, they're gonna have your little fortune or whatever. But we got a show today, you guys. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get up in here and yeah, Miss Turner, huh? Stealing all the Johnsons, the Smiths, the Williams. Shout out to the Caribbeans, bro. They keep their last name. They don't come over here. This how you know it be them. And the Haitians, their last name be like St. John. You feel me? Their last name be not Bart. It be something like Bartholomew or something French. Shout out to the Caribbeans. They gonna keep their last name. See them Africans though? Oh girl. Nigga come over here as Matumbo Umbuchi and leave as John Smith. Y'all keep playing if you want. Keep on playing. Keep playing. Untumbo gonna step in on your little empire, and I'm gonna be over here saying, hold on, you know how I'm gonna be. Y'all already know how I'm gonna be. I'm gonna say, see, all them Africans gonna come over here and jump in on your little empire, and y'all gonna be wondering why they getting the reparations and you ain't getting now, and it's gonna be me.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Yep. Soon as you come around here, I did last minute genealogy. And that's my great grandmother. And somebody come in calling me a bitch ass nigga and told me that was their great grandmother. Now all the land going to Ubuntu and his friends. And you know how I'm about to be, right? You already know how I'm about to be. See, my thing is y'all don't listen. Y'all do not listen. So this about to be me.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I
told y'all. Y'all better go do your genealogy, bruh. I'm telling you, you best to go do your genealogy. But we got a little show today. We gonna get into a little Diddy. You know, Diddy's trial is underway. Girl, these folks keep calling me. I don't know why I checked in on the doggone life insurance. Girl, they've been blowing me up ever since. But look, we're gonna the last names do be like Jean Paul. That'd be the foreigner's last name. But listen, where was I going? Yeah, we got to talk about Diddy. His trial started and he's very gray. They say it was stress. I don't know. And then we're gonna talk about LB Sure, who jumping out the window saying he don't mind testifying. LB. Now, you know, last time Diddy had you over there on bended knee. LB, tread light. We're going to get into it. Then we're going to get into this Jersey mayor foreigner, which there are a lot of so-called black foreigners who are mayors of the cities who are literally getting arrested for ICE, running and jumping into the ICE buildings and all of that behind the foreigners. Never seen no mayor do that for black Americans. We'll get into it. Then we got Rodney Hinton's father. I ran across this video of Rodney Hinton Jr. That's the guy who unalived the police officer for unaliving his son. Why his daddy on the news talking about, I love you because God told me that I need to forgive you. And to the officer whose life was lost, I just want to say, me and my wife, we prayed. And after we prayed, we realized that our heart and soul and condolences go out to you. Nigga, do you understand the way I felt when I saw that? The last situation that ticked me off that bad was, remember when that clear boy went into that doggone church? Y'all remember he went into that church and he unalived all them people, and them Negroes got on TV talking about, I prayed about it and it don't matter because I forgive you. And I will always forgive you because I spoke to my God. And my God told me forgiveness is for me. It ain't for you. It's for me. So I just want you to know that I forgive you for unaliving my entire family and all of my lineage. I just want you to know I forgive you. And this is me right here in the back looking at him. This is me.
Madness. This is Sparta!
I'm so tired of you Negroes. We'll get into that. And we also going to get into Lil Wayne leaving some clear woman stranded with her biracial child. We don't understand what's going on with that, but we'll get into it. We got Boosie getting a PhD for music, even though he can't read or write. And that's music or English. And then we got Finesse 2tymes is released from prison. We will be getting into it. You guys, y'all get in here, get the likes up on the video, let's get into the show. Now, before we get into the show, I have an honorable mention. Y'all know I keeps me a good old nasty honorable mention, right? Now, this one was an honorable mention that was nasty when I saw it. So I felt like we needed to discuss it. Now, I know y'all like this person, this y'all girl. You feel what I'm saying? And I like her too. You feel what I'm saying? But sometimes the truth gonna have to set us all free. See, we in bondage, but I'm about to get us free. You feel what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Follow me, camera. I'm about to get us free because we about to come out of bondage from all of these lies and tales. Now Ashanti hit the stage. That's a joke within itself. But Ashanti hit the stage and she had a solo she wanted to get off her chest. Okay. And I wanted to share with you guys, and she decided to share with the people in the audience. And brace yourselves. Let's take a listen.
Everything that I gave and all the love that we made, it never should have took place. I gave you my heart, you betrayed, and I know I should have let you go. Something with my world. Put them hands up.
Now, I know good and well Ashanti didn't start that song off like this. Hello, little bit of toe. Hello, little bit of go. He don't wanna boo, baby. He don't wanna do the baby. Oh, he don't wanna go. Oh, no wanna go with a 1, 2, 3. Ashanti, girl, please. You didn't have to do all of that. You could have just dropped the beat. Ashanti, you know, I always wonder whenever they catch you in steal shots doing this. In my mind, I always say, now, what song does Ashanti have that makes her do this? You feel what I'm saying? I know I'm not the only one. If you're on here and you're a shiny poo, you know what I'm talking about. What song does Ashanti have written and or performed that will cause Ashanti to have a pause like this? Ashanti, you know, I think you fine, girl. But you look and sound so bad. Yes, you do. The boots on top of the camel. Yeah, you looked at it and sounded really bad. Not in the face, though. Not in the face. Just the outfit in the verse. Just the outfit in the verse. This is the good thing about the outfit in the verse. Both of them can be changed. You get it? Girl, you sounded a mess. Ashanti, stop with all of that performance. Just drop the beat, girl, please. I've never gone to an Ashanti show to be completely honest. I've never sat down and be like, "Ooh, I gotta go see Ashanti in concert." You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, Ashanti, girl, shiny girl, just drop the beat. Let's X that part of the show out and just drop the beat. How about that? I think that would be more beneficial for us to, you know, get back into our bag. We get to get in our minds Lorenz Tate running behind you in the house and pop you upside the head, but somehow it being sexy. You know what I mean? Let's get back to that. We don't need the prequel of you hitting these flat notes just to drop the beat. We just need you to drop the beat, put the rain in the background, and run all the way around the stage like you running from Lorenz State because he about to pop you in the back of the head. Other than that, we didn't need any of this. But shout out to Ashanti though, Shiny. Shout out to Shiny Poo. For all the people in the bike who's a Shiny Poo, shout out to y'all. Your girl, she sounded a mess, but she has hits, okay? She has hits. No pun intended to the record. Let's move on. Y'all get in here and get the likes up on the video. I think I got one more honorable mention I wanted to share with y'all that I found a bit, stunning. Not stunning. Well, no, that ain't stunning. It's just dumb. And it's good for her. So guess who pregnant, y'all? They say they come in threes. Now, I don't know who on here pregnant. I know who ain't pregnant. But Cam Newton, no lady pregnant again. Jasmine. Now, wasn't she just on here stressed out talking about how she made Taco Tuesday for all the children and she ain't ate in 3 days? Well, I hope she's able to stop and feed this baby because she got a baby on the way. Cam is welcoming baby number which one, girl? 12. Jazzy took to her IG to reveal she is expecting another bundle of joy. She recently had a baby with Cam Newton in March 2024. Congratulations. Feeling all the love, kicks and elbows. Cheers to the growing tribe. Hashtag Happy Mother's Day. Hashtag watch Jazzy. Hashtag best friend in your head. Girl, you was not my best friend in my head. Because I'd have been, I called you every stupid, dumb idiot from here to Timbuktu, and my best friend would have called me that too. Girl, do you know that the worst way to dive deeper into postpartum is to double back and get pregnant again? Like, did they talk to you about that when you went to the hospital in that first trimester? Or maybe the last trimester? Now, you was over here looking like you was ready to crack the other day talking about Taco Tuesday and you ain't ate in 3 weeks. Now you on here pregnant again. Who is gonna nourish the baby if you out there nourishing Cam and all his illegitimate children? See, that's what I'm talking about. But haters, the people who just want to say they have so and so as their baby dad is gonna think that, oh my God, this is great. And maybe it is. I don't know. But in my opinion, girl, you was already stressed out. Now you on baby number 2. He was still talking about how he wants 10, 12 more children and a wife, but never mentioned you once about being a wife. Everybody ain't able, girl. Good luck to you, honey. Good luck. Congratulations, Fat. I mean, hopefully you get some downtime. Your ankles won't swell because the nigga got you working 9 to 5. That nigga got you working like I had Tina working doing them dates to San Antonio. Girl, but good luck, Jasmine. Happy Mother's Day, Fat. I guess. Happy Mother's Day. Speaking of Mother's Day, we got one more. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the chat too. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers in the chat. I almost forgot. But I got another honorable mention, speaking of Mother's Day, that I want to discuss with you guys. Happy Mother's Day to Ashanti too. But speaking of mothers, The Game wished all his baby mamas happy birthday. Oh, not birthday, Mother's Day. And the first one he did was Shanice. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm one of the baby mamas, I'm over here saying, why are you wishing that her for happy Mother's Day first? I'm the one with the oldest child. He says, Shanice, thank you for giving me my most recent blessing and for being there for him every step of the way in your first year. Being a first-time mom has its moments, but you have triumphed in all areas and made motherhood your new purpose in life. Girl, says the nigga who got me knocked up and left. You pushed him out with no struggle as I stood by and watched in amazement. And ever since that day, you two have been stuck to each other. Why is he writing this like he ain't nowhere in a child life? And I'm in debt for the blessing you've been as a mother in this short time. Your character, calm, reserve, and dedication to our son is overappreciated. I do the best I can for him. By being I do the best I can for him. I guess he meant by being the parent that I am, as I've tried plenty of practice, but still that pales in comparison to what mothers do day in and day out. Being a mother is one of the toughest jobs in the world, and you truly make it look easy. He is so beautiful, and I love him with all my heart. So this is what he wrote to her. Then he wrote something to the next baby mama, Tiffany. I don't know who that is, but that's to that baby mama. Now who this one for? Nurturing to both yourself and our 2 children, the past to be beautiful people we've created. Today is your day, and don't let anyone steal your sunshine. Callie and Justice have a rider for a mama. Oh, that's the 2 oldest. And this on my mama. Happy Mother's Day, beautiful. JC on. She swears she named me. And Boogie. I don't know how many baby mamas he got. Oh, he got another one. Oh, this is mama. Dear mama. This is mama. So he sent the Mother's Day thing to his mama. Baby mama number 1. I don't know if this is 2, 3, 4. He got 4 baby mamas. JC on said happy Mother's Day. That's what he said to all his baby mamas. But and happy, like I said, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the chat. I'm truly appreciative of each and every one of y'all. Everybody except the Rockhead mamas. If you follow Krishan and you a mama, then I'm not saying happy birthday to you. But if you are not a Rockhead and you're a mother, happy Mother's Day. As game is given to all his baby mamas. Okay. So yeah, happy Mother's Day to all y'all. I got one more thing and then we're gonna get on into the show. We talk about church all the time and why church is a joke, and people that still stuck inside of them so-called walls of church don't understand why nobody wants to deal with church. And I keep telling y'all every time I turn around, nobody's going to deal with church because of the tomfoolery that happens inside of the church walls. Church is a spectacle. Those buildings, not all, but there are a large number of church buildings that need to be burned down to the ground. And every day I see why the Most High say he gonna start in the church when he come on back, because you heifers and you Negroes down at the church house are the worst of the human beings, not the ones who are unsuspected and the ones who really is just slow and following the pastor because they really think, you feel what I'm saying, that God gonna reach out to them down to the church house. I'm talking about the ones who going in knowingly, willingly, is being idiots and deceiving people. Y'all going to hell. Look at this man getting a shape up down to the church house. It says Pastor Mike Todd, known for his bold and theatrical sermons, is catching heat again. This time for getting a full lineup and shape up in the middle of his message. Yes, while preaching live on stage, a barber was literally shaping him up in real time. Supporters say it was another creative visual to drive his message home. Critics say it was excessive, distracting, and show of lack of reverence for the pulpit. Let's argue. Let me say this before we get into this. One of the biggest scriptures that a lot of people that are getting mixed up is that scripture where it say come as you are. A lot of people think that means you can come any kind of way physically, meaning your dress and whatever the case may be, when the fact of the matter is, I want to say that scripture, from what I recall, meant come as you are in your heart. So I don't want to use that. I don't want people to try to use that when we get into this food, getting a shape up and a lineup on at the pulpit. But at the end of the day, you should be putting on your best, and you should be presenting your best when you're supposedly, allegedly going to praise God in the house of the Lord, not coming in with your barber on stage, giving you a shape up and a lineup. And people are going to call this innovative and, oh, this is forward and this is that. This is blasphemy is what it is. And I can't wait. I wish I want to be a fly on the wall when the Most High go to zapping these churches out of the doggone hoods. Let's get into it.
Wait on you. I'll wait on you. I'll wait on you. I'll wait on you. I'll go. This is how a lot of our Christian life looks.
Tight ass pink pants on the pulpit, getting the shape up. Balls can't breathe. Peter Bird ain't got no L. You feel me? You look like you gotta have on tighty whities because I don't think boxes could fit on under there. Pants tight as my tights I have on right now. Sitting in the pulpit, in the chair, getting the shape up. And this is where the message is supposed to come from. I hope all you bitches go to hell.
That God has you in a position, he's trying to cut on you. He's trying to do something, and every time, and then you start doing stuff like this. What if you kind of like what if you, no. What if you kind of like turn it on? No. You know why God doesn't turn on a lot of the blessings? It's because your hand is still on it. It's because you trying to direct where it's going. He said, this will hurt you too much if I turn this on right now. If I turn on the favor, if I turn on the blessing, if I turn it on, I need you to sit.
Do churches even use the Bible anymore, or everybody's just winging it? This is a real question. I haven't been inside of a church for a sermon in a long time. Do they even think about the Bible? Do they even mention the Bible? Let alone read a scripture? Or is everybody up there doing a play? This is a real question.
And so as I sit here, I'm letting somebody else cut me. That when God's correcting you, it's because he loves you. I want to bring back to every person in this room the idea that God's correction is God's love. So when God tells you no more sleeping with them, Pastor, you said that in church. You're doing it at your house. When God says stop spending money on that brand, when God says join the church, well, God, I was hurt in my last church. He said, I'm about to correct some things, but you have to submit to my corrections. Watch this. And this is the big thing. If God is not correcting you, be concerned. Any area of my life where I'll be like, every area of my life is good and God ain't got nothing else to do, I'd be like, either I'm not listening or he stopped speaking. And the church needs to be awakened to the fact that as long as we are in.
This is why people like Krishan could go in and out the church, in and out the church. And don't get me wrong, the church is a sanctuary where the doors, or it should be a sanctuary where the doors are revolving. Like you can go in and out. But I see why so many Christians are online championing and clapping for Krishan. Because if this is what an average day at church is like, then all y'all full of crap. And this is not everybody. This is not every church. But if this is the average mega church, which most of your popular people go to mega churches, all your neighborhood, think about it, all your neighborhood superstars, all your neighborhood celebrities, all your local celebrities, they all go to the big church. Don't they all go to the big church in the neighborhood, and they sit up front and they go online and they put on their stories how they praising God? Don't they do all that? No wonder the poor folks in the pews, because that's where the poor folks be at. I know, I used to sit in the pews. No wonder the only people in the church who has money and understand what's happening is the pastor, the staff, and the ones that sit up front. They understand what's happening. And when I say the ones that sit up front, I'm talking about the ones who go and sow a seed for $1,000, $2,000, $10,000. Them, they know what's going on. Don't get it twisted. People with money that go to church because they understand what's happening. It's the regular folks in the pew that don't understand, right? So it makes sense why the poor average black person sitting in that pew is looking up at the stage and pastor looking like $1 million. The folks sitting up front of the doggone congregation, they got money nice outfits, brand new cars, Chanel this, brooches, this, that, and the third, and they over there sowing they seed and clapping and saying they being blessed. No wonder the poor person in the pew is sitting back there thinking that what they're doing is right, because it seems like it's right. But this is a bunch of bullshit is what it is. That's what this is. Definitely bull crap. And this Todd guy, this Pastor Todd guy, he's definitely going to be one of the ones that won't make it out. You feel what I'm saying? And to the ones at the front of the church, you know who you are. You may not be on here, but to the ones at the front of the church who showing they seeds for 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5,000, because you clapping on, you gonna get it back, and oh, I'm sowing my seed and paying my tithes, because one thing about me, I'm gonna pay my tithes. You going to hell right with Pastor Todd. I hope you know that too. So hopefully this clear man's money is good enough for your soul, and I hope you have a good time down here on earth, because both of y'all niggas going to hell, and that's a fact.
In this Christian walk, there will be something that God is trying to get off of us.
You know what's worse though, and I'm gonna let him finish. What's worse though is the broke poor person sitting in the pew is the only one not in on the joke. The pastor in on the joke. The people who got money that sit at the front, they in on the joke. The deacon in on the joke. The ushers, everybody in on the joke, except the unsuspecting poor person sitting in the pew. That's horrible, bro.
Okay? So hear me. And I know a lot of y'all used to me running around, jumping around, and doing all the other stuff. And you're like, man, this is different. Just watching him sit there. I am not gonna walk around all week looking crazy. No.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. What's his name? Pastor Todd, Mike Todd. That's his name. Yeah. No wonder they're making a lot of money. It's a play every time you go. I would pay if I was getting a show every time I went to church too. Back in the day when I was going to church, back in my day, when I used to go to church, it used to be an old ass man sitting up on front of that pulpit, old bigger man who had a towel or a rag or something that wiped his mouth because he was sweating on that doggone pulpit. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't worth the dime neither, but at least it was still handled like a church. Nowadays, child, I don't know what's going on. Everybody playing at the church house. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to put this up here to say it's a special place in hell for the people that follows these folks. And I can't wait to see you go there. All right. He's disgusting, he's despicable, and yeah, I don't feel no type of way about it. But I just feel bad about the unsuspecting people that are being fooled in the pews. But that's neither here nor there. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. Let's get into Boosie. So Boosie got an honorary degree, y'all. Shout out to everybody working on your PhD. Guess what? They're giving them away. So if you are like me and you've gone to college and you're in debt, and you realize that all you got to do is just be popular and they'll give you the highest esteemed degree anyway, then it kind of makes you feel played. I know I do. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Boosie don't owe no student loans, but for some odd reason, he got a PhD in music composition from Kingdom Heritage University. Look at Boosie, unread ass. Look at him.
His degree in Doctor of Philosophy, PhD in music composition. With all the rights, privileges duly granted, issued on the 10th day of May, 2025. Welcome, Dr. Hatch Jr. His degree in Doctor of Philosophy, PhD.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers across the world. I want to tell y'all about my road to Mother's Day. Friday, bro, you know, I lost my battle in court. They won their appeal. You know, my case had got dropped. And they won their appeal. So now I'm going to be fighting these people again, you know, these feds. But I got my faith up, you already know. And it's crazy because I was so down Friday, right? And yesterday, Saturday, Heritage University made me a doctor, bro. Like, that's how I go at work, man. Like, I'm a doctor, like Dr. Hatch. I'm a doctor, like I'm a doctor, dog. Like, it's crazy, man.
My nigga said, Dr. Hatch, stop acting crazy. Now, a lot of people, I saw JM say it's honorary, you can't use it. And that's true. It is honorary and you can't use it. But to be able to even share a prestigious title like doctor, I don't care if you are a physical doctor, I don't care if you're a mental health doctor, I don't care if you're a scholarly doctor, but to go through all of the pain and the rigmarole of becoming a doctor, for you to be standing next to Boosie badass talking about Dr. Hatch, yeah, that's a slap in the face for me. The reason why titles are so special is because they are. Everybody can't be a doctor. Everybody can't be in the military. Everybody can't be a general. Everybody can't be a firefighter. Everybody can't be a lawyer. Everybody can't be a judge. That's why these titles are prestigious, or at least they used to be. They should have been prestigious because the amount of grit and hard work it takes for you to get to this. You feel what I'm saying? It's like it's a small group. It's a crew. You feel me? Now, Dr. Hatch, aka Boosie Badass, says he fighting trials, but don't worry about it. He a doctor now. Shout out to Boosie, though. I'm proud of Boosie. You know why I'm proud of Boosie? All he had to do was be the second best person in his group, because we all know Webby was the first. You feel what I'm saying? All Boosie had to do was be the second best person in his group, go turn state, become a Fed, and he became a doctor. So I think that this is dope for Boosie. Shout out to Dr. Hatch. Got to put the respect on his name. Shout out to Dr. Hatch. You too, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you want to become a doctor, just become popular. That's it. Don't go to school. Don't spend your money. Don't waste your money. Just go be popular, okay? But congratulations to Boosie Badass. You feel what I'm saying, Boosie? I'm here for it, Boosie. Since we on the jailhouse rock, no Elvis Presley, let's get into Finesse. So y'all saw Finesse 2tymes and got out of prison? Yes, he did. He out of prison. Remember, he had to turn himself in. We talked about it, how he had to turn himself in for Lil King. He said he hadn't even had Lil King, and some Lil King did. He ended up having to turn himself in because they thought Lil King was still in his presence. So he did a little time or whatever, and he is fresh out of prison. Shout out to Finesse 2tymes. He says, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper."
No shackles. No shackles. Free. I'm free.
That nigga probably smelling like must, iron, and concrete. And latrines. You know how niggas smell when they just get out of jail. Niggas smell like outside, inside, concrete, cement, girl, and nightmares, girl.
Know what going on, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, say, hey, yeah, this don't stop because I got pop, man. Know what going on, man? Yeah, man. Yeah.
This a funny looking little dude, yeah. This a funny looking little dude, and he bad built.
Know what going on.
Look at him, built like a bad bitch. He built like a stud. But congratulations to Finesse 2tymes. He done made it out of prison. He got his money back, his goals back. I don't know if he's out on parole, probation. I don't know if they just made a mistake. I don't know what's going on. All I know is he's back out in these streets. And Finesse 2tymes said, shout out to everybody who held him down while he was in jail for the last 24 hours. But he's out. And yeah, congratulations to Finesse, I guess. I don't know. Finesse, congratulations. Right, Sharice, built like two mangoes stacked on top of each other. Girl, he look a mess. He looks a mess. Do you hear me? MESS. Now I want to get into Lil Wayne, honey. So what's going on with Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne done left some clear woman stranded, and this lady was on here fighting for her life. What? Now we know Lil Wayne loves him a good clear. Everybody knows that. You know, Lil Wayne, in my opinion, I think he has self-hatred towards himself. You know, he said stuff in the past like red bone, fine chick, I think she looked better red or something like that. You know, they got niggas like him, like Kodak Black. Kodak Black, another black ass nigga who like getting with light skin and you know, racially ambiguous people because they feel like it'll lighten up the ugly in them. You know, Wayne is an ugly little dude. You know what I'm saying? He used to be a little peculiar looking, but still cute back in the gap. Now he's an ugly little dude. So he tries to erase the ugliness by going clear, but he gets ugly, clear women. So you know what I mean? I don't quite understand this, but now that you know, there's some clear woman and her half and half daughter was stuck on the side of the road, and she said Wayne left her. It says model Denise Bidot has some serious allegations against rapper Lil Wayne, real name Dwayne Carter, claiming he kicked her and her daughter out of their shared home on Mother's Day, despite her being in recovery from a recent surgery. Dwayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. Denise shared emotionally, I am just recovering from surgery. I'm 5 weeks out from a full body makeover. I can't even lift boxes. According to Denise, the split came via text, leaving her blindsided as she prepares for upcoming travel and her daughter's birthday. She also accused Lil Wayne of emotional manipulation, infidelity, and even physical abuse, stating this man has actually laid effing hands on me. I know other women he's put his hands on too. Denise, who says she left New York City to be with Wayne, expressed deep heartbreak over how things have unfolded. I've been nothing but supportive to this man. Loved him till the end of the effing world, she said. These men really be taking advantage. She concluded her message by asking for legal help and confirmed she's returning to the home they shared. We're about to go back to the house and we're going to see what really goes down. As of now, Lil Wayne has not publicly addressed the accusations. You Negroes just don't get it, huh? I hope she called the police on you and get that nigga locked up too. You Negroes just don't get it. And she not even cute. Let's get into it.
Wayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. And I am just recovering from surgery. I am 5 weeks out from a full mommy makeover. I can't even lift boxes, but this man has his assistants and people coming to help kick us out today. Like, and broke up with me on Mother's Day through text. And and her birthday's next weekend. And I leave to New York this week for all the Sports Illustrated press. Like, when I tell you that I am absolutely unsure on how to even process my emotions, like, if y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them, because, you know, so yeah, I know he has 2 girls being flown in today, and who knows how many plethora of girls he has. I've been nothing but supportive to this man, loved him till the end of the fucking world, but like, you literally flew me, uprooted me from New York City where I was living and brought me here for this bullshit. Like, that's crazy, you guys. Like, these men really be taking advantage. And it's not just the emotional abuse. Like, this man has actually laid a fucking hand on me. Like, nah. And I took it, you know what's crazy is they always say, like, we're so stupid for love. And I thought it was like a mistake. But, like, I know other women he's put his hands on. And today.
So you know other women he's put his hands on, but yet you still there. You don't care about the other women he put his hands on as long as it's cool. But on Mad Day, see, when Mad Day come up, then now all of a sudden it's, oh, it hit different. So, but this is what I be trying to tell y'all. A lot of these people don't give a damn until it's time for them to give a damn, until they affect it personally. So she, according to her, he done put his hands on you, and you know he's put his hands on other women. But that ain't the straw to break the camel's back. The straw to break the camel's back was he put you out while you're recovering from surgery.
Today, it's okay. We're about to go back to the house that we live in together with my fucking daughter. And we're going to see what really goes down, because this is absolutely crazy and a new low even for him.
And you about to go run back to a man's house with your daughter in tow. Hear me out. Because there's certain stuff I'm not doing in front of my daughter just for optics. Just for, I don't want my daughter 10, 20, 30, 40 years down the line to look at me and be like, Mama, you was lame and weak as hell. You feel what I'm saying? It's even if I want to beg this nigga on my hands and knees, listen to me and listen to me good. Even if on the inside of my core, I want to beg this nigga on his hands and knees, the fact that my daughter here with me, it will never free, because I could never have my daughter look at me and be like, yeah, you weak as fuck. Like, yeah, mama, you weak. Yeah, you lame. You can't tell me nothing, mama, because you know how I come up. Soon as you try to tell them about their relationship later on, I know you ain't talking. How you had me running behind Mr. Wayne so you can go get back in the crib. See, you see what I'm saying? Even if I wanted to go back, my pride with my daughter in tow. Now, if it was me by myself and I ain't got no cameras on, I ain't gonna lie, I probably would go back and be like, Wayne, for real, this is what we doing. But I'm not doing this in front of my daughter because I refuse to set this example in front of my child that this is what you do to a nigga. Even though sometimes this is what some women do. Guilty. I have gone back and be like, for real? Be lying down. Look. B done did the most horrible thing. Seriously, you really gonna do this to me? I've done that, but I refuse to do it in front of my child. So, okay, you know he beating bitches up, and on top of him beating bitches up, he done kick you and your daughter out, and you about to teach your daughter how to go grovel at a nigga feet to get back in the crib. Got it.
Wayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. And I am just recovering from surgery. I am 5 weeks out from a full mommy makeover.
All right, girl, we heard all that. So he done paid for you to get your body done. And then at the last minute, he probably felt like, yeah, I'll change my mind. Cancel that bitch. Give me a new one. You say he flying in 2 girls today, right? Name one nigga in the hood that play like that. You said he had a gun on him when you seen him, right? Yeah. Well, name one nigga in the hood that play like that. That's what everybody of. You said he had 2 girls on the way, right? Yeah. Well, name one nigga in the hood that play like that. Ma'am, you look old and you look a mess. Honestly, y'all know Wayne loves him a peculiar looking clear woman. He loves him a good aged glass of milk. He like the milk with the lumps in it. You know what I mean? With that look like blue cheese floating on the top. So we know he loves him a good aged, lukewarm glass of milk. But ma'am, it's over for you. Now, if you want, you can go ahead and do a lawsuit like the rest of your sister is out here doing whenever they feel played. Because you know now in 2025, all you got to do is have hurt feelings and you can file a lawsuit. Oh yeah, it's called emotional damage. See, you bitches don't know nothing. You bitches can't spell emotional damage because the nigga you with, you can't bring him to court. Yeah, it's for the clear women. Whenever you want to get nigga money out of a nigga, it's called emotional damage. So yeah, girl, you are a flunky, and you look like you at least, you know, she looks 50, but she probably 35. You know what I'm saying? This is no shade. The clears. You know, once they hit about 30, typically, I'm not saying all the clears. This is not for all the clears. If you're a young looking clear, congratulations. You feel what I'm saying? But typically around 30, the aging process goes like for every, like they start aging in dog years. You know what I mean? So for this young lady who looks old enough to be our parent, she's probably only 30. Let's give her grace. You know, well, no, her daughter looked like she a teenager unless she was hot in the ass. So she's probably about 35. You feel what I'm saying? She just looked 55, you know, but ultimately, girl, he's canceled you and got him 2 new young, fresh glasses of milk, okay? He don't want you no more, bitch. You're done. Now, if you're not going to sue him, please get off the line until you're ready to sue him, then come back. Other than that, we don't really care. Yeah, he played you. At least you got your body done, fat. He let you rest for 5 weeks. He could have kicked you out the same day. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know, he cashed you in, girl, for the clears, you know. He probably got him a couple of skim milks. The whole milk probably was doing too much. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. Olivia Dreams, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, another Cassie, here comes the lies. Yep. Now that you got the booth, you should have told them from the beginning, damn opportunities, clear entitlement. Of course. But this is the thing, though. That's what these Negroes get. And you know what? The more I'm watching this stuff, the more I'm listening to what Funky said in his video, because he was right. Shout out to Funky. Shout out to Funky. He was right. These niggas be getting with these clear women, and it really, for the most part, it really don't be having nothing to do with black women. It really don't. The more I'm starting to pay attention to what is happening and think about what Funky said, granted, he's a gay man, but he's still a black man. And it's starting to make more and more sense. A lot of the times, not all of the times, but I gotta be honest. The more I'm paying attention, a lot of the times they don't be getting with these women out of spite for us. A lot of the times that's what they do for different reasons. Like with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is messing with all these clear women, number one, because I think he want to breed out his own looks, number one. But number two, I think that it's all about proximity, and I think that it's all about what he can get. What kind of currency does that bring him? You know what I mean? And I'm just saying. I think that yeah, and I'm also gonna be here for in case they start the suing and acting a fool. I'm gonna be here to report on that too. But these Negroes don't get it. They really don't, and that's cool. That's fine. 7, thank you for being a member for 11 months. Thank you, beautiful. Says, hey boo, love, much love. Since just got back from Palm Springs, must be nice. Needed a day child to release and relax. Turn up. Much love, boo. Oh man, I always wanted to go to Palm Springs. It always seemed like where the rich people go. I've always wanted to go one day, honey. But yeah, Lil Wayne, if she ain't gonna sue, girl, shut up. Get off of here. If you ain't ready to sue, get off of here. Now I want to go to where should I go? Let's go to Diddy. So, have y'all seen Diddy? He look so bad. OM. Diddy look, oh my God. It's almost like he's unrecognizable. Hold on. Look at Diddy. Girl, they don't let him get Beijing in the prison. It says they stressing the hell out of Diddy in jail. Bro done aged 15 years in 6 months. Now, you know that's a shame. Girl, what is going on? Diddy ain't that old now. Let's really be clear. I'm 42. Yeah, we in 2025. I'm 42. Diddy gotta be in his early 50s now. Let's really be clear about it. That's not a real pic. I thought that was fake. Hold on, let me go. I think I shared one on my Twitter. Hold on. I shared one on my Twitter. Hold on. They say that's not a real picture. I thought I saw another Diddy photo. Let me see if I can go find it. Look. Now somebody lying. Now he look great right there. Now he look great about there. Now what's going on? I'm right, Sharice. They talking about the picture. The picture is fake. Who did the sketch? Unless it was AI. Was this AI? Because this looks so bad. Diddy ain't that old enough to have a hair full of gray hair. Linda said the artists know he wrong. Girl, they is stressing Diddy out. That nigga look like a hood Santa Claus. Do you hear me? He look so bad. What's going on? I think his hair really is gray like that, though. I do. I think his hair is gray like that. Y'all on here saying it's AI and Photoshop. Y'all remember Armand was going around now saying that when he had that booger sugar stuck in his nose, Photoshopping AI. Photoshopping AI. Remember? Armand had that picture with that ski slope coming out his nose. That bitch Armand got on here and said Photoshopping AI. It was dead serious. Look, I ain't gonna lie. He said it so serious, I believe him. Bitch, Photoshopping AI. Now, y'all gonna get on here and say that this might be Photoshopping AI, but I don't know. I don't know. But they say he is stressed out with the trial. They say it's a lot been going on. Let's see what we can pull up about the trial. Hold on. Let's see what we can pull up about the trial so far. Go holler at Mims, y'all. He be on the trial stuff. He be going to get paperwork and all that, girl. I ain't got time. I ain't doing all of that. I'm going to just go watch it on his channel and see what's going on. So it says, after several days of intense questioning, the small group of people who will help decide the fate of Sean Diddy Combs has been selected. Prosecutors, defense attorneys, and the judge agreed on 12 jurors and several alternates on May 12th to serve as jury members for a closely watched trial, which could result in a lifetime prison sentence for the disgraced music mogul. Now, why is this important? Remember, you don't really want to all clear jury, because once they see Cassie halfway bald head ass get up there and cry, then you feel what I'm saying? Mims is there? Okay, good. He thank you, work in progress, says he still look like Roger from American Dad. Thank you so much for the super chat. Mims is in the line as we speak. Gotcha. Yeah, see, we need to be I'm gonna be paying attention to Mims when I get off of here. But anyway, they don't want an all-white juror, because when Cassie get her halfway bald head ass, they're gonna think that she clear and they're gonna get the feeling bad for her. But then you don't really want an all-black juror, because then even still you get a black jury, and then if they bad boy fans, or if they like me and they feel some type of way about that time he shelved Carl Thomas' album, then I'm automatically saying he guilty. I'm gonna be honest. Okay? If I'm on the jury, guilty. Bitch. 2001, it was love at first sight. All I gotta hear is somebody play that song. He guilty. You feel what I'm saying? Armand there too? Is it Photoshopping AI? They say Armand in there too. So we gonna get it from them. But this is the thing. They done picked the jury. Let's see who on the jury. Hold on. Because I know if I was on the jury, he going to jail. I want him to get the electric chair for me. Combs is a defining force in the entertainment industry for decades. He's facing federal charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitute. He has pled not guilty on all counts. Oh, and he turned down some plea deals. Baby, look at these sketches. The trial will not be televised, but USA Today will bring you inside with details. Here's what you need to know so far. Girl, this is Diddy. Now call that Photoshopping AI. This Diddy. Now, did the people who draw the picture, is she tripping? I don't know. Look, girl, I know Diddy when I see him. Who is this? Look at him. Hold your face up. Let him see it. Oh, he got a smile. Go ahead on. Why they did his lips like that? I don't like this. Somebody clear must have drew this picture. Why they do his mouth and lips so big like that? I mean, he do got big lips and mouth. Girl, look at Diddy. Look at Diddy, girl. Is that an ad for you know what? If you're over 40, this game is a must. Oh, hell no, I'm a grown-ass woman. Look at these photos, y'all. What y'all think? Y'all think he's feeling positive? Now, mind you, he turned down the plea deal. So if he turned down the plea deal, Diddy could face a lot of time. He could face a lot of time. He looked like he losing weight too. Is they feeding him? Is he eating at the courthouse? This is a real question. Now, I did see, hold on. The churn, everybody pulled up for court today. Let me see. Did they ever say who they picked on the jury? Continue reading. Who did not make the jury? As lawyers on either side attempted to find a class of people unbiased enough to deliver a fair verdict for one of the most famous men in music, potential candidates were stuck down for a host of different reasons. One potential juror was dismissed after sharing that he was arrested 7 years ago for possession of marijuana. If I asked you not to judge marijuana during the trial, would that be hard for you? Judge Aaron Sabramian, whatever, who is overseeing the case, asked. The man responded that it would be a difficult request and he was dismissed. Oh yeah, if y'all ever want to learn how to get out of jury duty, tell them stuff like you don't believe in the death penalty. Tell them that you believe God is the only real true decider of guilt and innocence. You know, do stuff like that. That'll get you out of there. You know what I'm saying? Just so you know. This is the family showing up to court. This is the fam showing up to court, you guys. Check them out. Look at Justin. Ain't that Justin? The one who looked just like him, who be diddy bopping and all of that? That's him. This the family coming in the court. Look at the twins. Y'all see the twins? They so pretty. They look just like their mama too. It's a media circus. This is a big deal, this case right here. We haven't had one of these. What's the last big case we had? No, it wasn't Anna Nicole. Did she go before Whitney? We ain't had a big case like this in a while now. But this is the people standing outside. We might see Mims on here. Or Armand. Uh-oh, somebody got a free puff shirt. What would y'all do if we see Mims or Armand on here? If it's Armand, I'm going to say it's Photoshopping AI. But yeah, girl, this is the outside of the thing. Let's see who else was picked and wasn't chosen. Another was disqualified because he revealed he had read a USA Today article about jury selection during the process, while a separate juror was asked over a response in her questionnaire indicating she thought Combs might have enough money to buy a way out of jail. Most of the grilling revolved around jurors' preconceived views of Combs based on news consumptions and their experiences with law enforcement or SA. Shortly before the jury was finalized, Combs' defense team claimed prosecutors were unfairly excluding Black jurors. Your Honor, the government has struck 7 Black people out of 9 strikes, which we believe amounts to a pattern. Mark Agnifilo, a lawyer for Combs, told the judge. Prosecutors, in response, called their selection very diverse with many non-white jurors. That's very important. Watch that term, non-white. It's just like the one drop rule. The one drop rule was never to say who's Black. It was to say who's not fully white. Now, when they say non-white jurors, remember, they try to lump Black and people of color into one sector. So they might get when they say non-white jurors, it could be an Asian, it could be a Hispanic, it could be a Pacific Islander. You know what I mean? It's just as long as they not a lily white. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is very important because typically those people have ideals when they come to America. Typically their ideals align with the clear people, the powers that be, the white supremacist ideal. Does that make sense? So when they say, oh, no, we're not being racist. Yeah, we got rid of Black people, but we have non-white people. They know that those quote unquote non-white people think like them too. Okay? That's what this is, very strategic. So of course they don't want too many Blacks because they think the Black people are going to side with Diddy. So they're looking for not white because that's too obvious, but they're looking for non-white, meaning they're not Black, they're not FBA, they're not Black American, because God forbid we get too many of them. They might side and rule in his favor just because he's FBA. You see what I'm saying? They go get non-white jurors who think just like them. Which is the same thing, okay? Which is the same thing as getting the clear jurors. But anyway, it says prosecutors in response called their selection very diverse with many non-white jurors. One prosecutor ran through neutral reasons as to why they made the strikes the way they did. One juror said he had a lack of candor, which past incidents with police. Another juror had a meandering and inconsistent answers, and another juror tried to walk back her statements that Combs is likely guilty of domestic violence in her jury questionnaire by later saying that victims can jump on a bandwagon. Sabramian denied the defense applications about the jury strikes, saying that the defense has failed to show purposeful discrimination. Of course. So as we can see, they have many non-white jurors. I want to know who all on there altogether. What is he charged with? We know what he charged with. Racketeering, So as we can see, this jury is going to be probably a couple of clears, maybe 1 or 2 Negroes, or maybe 1 or 2 blacks. Because remember, just because he's black, these people are black, don't mean that they're FBA. It's going to be a bunch of foreigners with a hard ER. That's what we're looking at here. So I don't know how this looks for Diddy. It doesn't look good for Diddy, but it looks like it's a bunch of foreigners with a hard ER. That's what it looks like we're dealing with today. And it's sad, and it's probably not the best for Diddy. But ultimately, it is what it is. Now, I wanted to get into, while we're talking about it, L.B. Sure. Now, y'all know L.B. Sure. I'm all alone, my girl. Hey, hey, I want to give up on home, girl. Lame ass nigga. I never liked him either. Anyways. So he was the baby father, to Diddy's first baby mama. Nope, not the first baby mama, but to the most popular baby mama. What is her name? Kim. He is Kim's baby mama. And remember, he had gotten to that coma. Remember recently? Not recently, but a couple years ago, he went struck into a coma. They thought he was dead. He was going to be paralyzed and all this other stuff. But it turns out he came back out. Now, he had got real quiet, real quiet up until Diddy started getting in trouble. Then he started getting vocal. Now he's on this show talking about how he don't mind testifying on behalf of Kim or against Diddy to keep Diddy locked away. And I'm saying to myself this, LB Sure, I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it. But boy, you better hope they bury Diddy. Because if they don't bury Diddy, your ass going for the long nap this time. I'm telling you not. So I get it. You want to be a helping hand and a listening ear and whoop the whoop. But if they don't lock Diddy up this time, yeah, it's going for the long nap next time. Let's get into what LB Sure had to say about testifying against Diddy, y'all. Get the likes up.
I'm living my truth, and it's time.
So you were in that coma in 2022. You had the liver transplant, you had the tracheotomy, all that stuff that went on.
Multi-system organ failure.
Yeah, wow.
60.
Have they figured out what happened yet?
We will.
No, I mean, have the doctors medically, like, what happened to you?
Yeah, what happened? So
LB Sure lame. You know, this just messed up my childhood. I remember when I was younger and he was light-skinned with the curly hair and the Eddie Perk. Y'all remember that? No, he didn't have the Eddie Perk. He had the eyebrows that connect together. I used to think he was so fine with his stonewashed jeans. Not just sitting up here, he looked lame. And he looked like his little Petey bird this big. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. I just you
just collapsed, right?
Yeah. So
at least Christopher Williams a hood nigga. He light-skinned, but he got black bald head nigga waves. You feel what I'm saying? This nigga here lame.
You know,
no wonder Diddy took his churn and his family from him. I'd have took him too.
Just mysteriously out of the blue, you know, which we do talk about in the book.
Yes.
What that,
I want to get into
what that process is. But yeah, so it's been quite a journey. And as I said, you know, even as it relates to writing the book, I went through almost, you know, more than a decade of being scrutinized and clowned by law enforcement, them telling me, you need some help. Sex trafficking? Really? What's wrong with you? No way. You know, not realizing that they were also working for the situation.
Because you were hinting, saying,
posting. Yeah. I get calls, take it down or else, so on and so forth.
But this is about Diddy, so let's be clear for everybody that doesn't know.
Diddy, who's about to, his trial's about to start. Yeah, yes. They're selecting a jury.
But you were on this train years ago.
Yes, many, many years ago. I posted some information that was, you know, basically trying to save my life. And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
Basically.
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
Absolutely not.
Why? What evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing.
I want to say this. I don't believe she died of pneumonia neither. I don't think anybody around her. Remember, Kimora Lee said she don't believe she died of pneumonia. I don't think none of this makes sense for a young, healthy young woman. And I'm not saying it don't happen. Some people do get walking pneumonia and pass. I'm not saying that it does not happen. But what I am saying is her whole death was weird. Everybody around knew that something was weird about that. I'm kind of wondering, is he doing this to avenge Kim's death, or is there something else? I don't know. Something about this L just don't sit right with me.
We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, all having a great time. And I'm, grabbing Sean like, what? And she's in the back going, stop, So it was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was a lot of the stuff, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to finally tell my story. Every network came to me, participate in so and so, but I said, listen, I have no interest in speaking about another man.
But you are in the book.
Yeah, right. But this, I will speak about where our paths cross and what's most relevant, and something I've been trying to say for many, many years. And unfortunately, Roseanne, even with Sean being incarcerated, that's not a celebration. There's no celebration in it. First and foremost, there's way too much collateral.
Nigga, he almost killed you, allegedly. What you mean it ain't no celebration? Nigga, you supposed to be throwing a party. You on here telling us he almost had you going on to the upper room, and you mean it's not a celebration? Have you lost your rabbit? You damn right it's a celebration, nigga. Me and my people up. What is we on? Nigga, we putting the Zaza in the air, smoking on that Diddy pack. Are you okay? Sean being arrested. That's not a celebration. Nigga, they would have second lined at your funeral, duck, duck, goose. Man, these niggas is tripping. Hey, something about this L right here is something about this L I don't like. It's something about this L. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's something about that L right there. I don't know. We're not excited that he's arrested. Are you, nigga, he almost killed you. Are you okay? He must have brought him back and left his conscience there or something. He might be a clone. I don't know. This might be the clone L. I don't know.
Damage. And in many, many ways.
Many
people's lives are affected. And in fact, a genre of music that I grew up in is ruined right now.
You're blaming Diddy for that?
I'm blaming this entire industry and the way it's gone. And, there's no one person that's in charge, but this level and this magnitude of a story of detriment, of diabolical, just heinous, whatever's really going on. It's unfortunate.
Is Diddy suing you or threatening to sue you?
No.
No?
I have the truth.
But one thing is, you have volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys worked something out. So I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I am. And again, there's no, like I said, this is not marketing for me. I'm living this life. And
So
the only
yes.
reason I wanted to tell the story, Kurt, was very specifically because I was ignored. There was the most expensive PR campaign against me to shut me down. If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive.
Diddy gonna See, when Diddy get out, Diddy gonna whoop his ass. When Diddy get out, oh baby, he better hope Diddy don't make it past this. But if they let Diddy, I don't give a damn if they get that nigga Diddy house arrest. Listen to me. If Diddy get out, Diddy gonna beat the unibrow off of LB show. Do you hear me? And honestly, I'm gonna be on Diddy's side. Let me tell you why. Because Al, you lame as hell. You lame as fake. I remember when he first came to, when he had the whole thing that happened or whatever the case may be, he was kind of little yin, yin, yin. He wasn't talking too loud. He would just kind of throw little zingers out there. Now, all of a sudden, you want to get on the show and talk about how you know it's him and this, that, and the third, but you're not celebrating him and him going to jail, but he almost took your life. Diddy gonna whip your ass. Oh, yeah. Diddy gonna whoop your ass. And I'm gonna be on Diddy's side because I feel like it's lame. You should have been out here saying, well, he probably was saying it from the beginning. I don't know. I don't remember. But still, something about this. You bet. I know one thing. Al better hope Diddy go to jail. He better hope they give Diddy the electric chair. Because let me tell you something. If I'm Diddy and I got the money and the influence, I'm thinking like this, bitch, win, lose, or draw, I'm still going to take the win. Let me tell you why. Because if they give me life in prison, I'm spending everything that I have to get back at my enemies. I don't give a fuck. Do you hear me? If I'm never coming home, girl, please, what is you saying? I already got everybody on speed dial. Everybody already know what to do with the code words when I call them. You see what I'm saying? And code word for this nigga here going to be unibrow. I'm going to call him. I'm going to call one of my hitters on the phone while I'm in jail and be like, man, I've been in here shaving, bro, trying to get this unibrow straight, but it just don't want to go down. That's going to be the code word to my hitter to go get that nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Because y'all niggas want to come out with all of this, and I'm going to get bald head Jag. I'm going to get that hoe first. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm Diddy, I can't speak on nobody but Diddy. If I'm Diddy, see that bald head hoe Jag, the Jaggler, I'm going to get that bitch first. Do you hear me? I'll have that whole singing tunes. I said it ain't no. I said it ain't no love in the heart of the city. That bitch will be singing that with Howlin' Wolf. Do you hear me? All the way to hell. Do you hear me? Yeah, bitch. I go get that hoe first, but then I'm coming double back for unibrow. I'm gonna go get Jaggler first, then I'm doubling back for unibrow. You feel what I'm saying? Oh yeah, go and do it. But you know, ultimately, I do believe that they did something to L. I ain't gonna lie, I believe that. I believe they did something to L. They did him dirty or whatever. But it just, I don't know, something ain't really sitting right. It's giving real cloudy to me. Because if they subpoenaed you to testify, then what is you on Good Morning America for? Get up there and testify. Okay? But we gonna see. We're gonna be watching the trial, honey. I'm gonna have to wait to get on Mims and see what Mims got for us for this trial. But Al, they on your ass. Diddy gonna whip your ass. And I can't wait till he do it too. I want to be here to watch. Diddy, I'm on your side with this one. Still want you in jail. But I would love to see you get back at L. I would. I ain't gonna lie. I would. Because L didn't learn. He almost took the long nap the last time and he didn't learn nothing. He didn't learn. So Diddy, if you decide, I don't know, but if you decide whatever you want to do, just let me know so I could be reporting on it, okay? But anyways, let's move on. Y'all keep Diddy in your prayer. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Keep them in your thoughts, not your prayers, okay? Keep them in your thoughts and not your prayers. I don't want to hear no thoughts or no, I don't want to hear no prayers. Y'all know I intercept prayers. I don't want to hear that. Not tonight. We got a lot going on. We don't have not tonight. Junior almost 2 years old. We could be putting them prayers toward that. Don't do that Diddy shit tonight. I'm telling you now. Don't do it. Let's move on. Now I want to get into the New Jersey mayor. Now the New Jersey mayor, honey, another foreigner with the hard ER, he has decided that he wanted to go and get arrested in the name of ICE, in the name of saving foreigners. Every time you turn around, these so-called mayors are getting arrested for everybody except Black Americans. And let me say this too, to a lot of you foreigners, to a lot of the Black Americans in the chat. A lot of your mayors are foreigners. A lot of them are African. A lot of them are foreigners. Now, I don't have no problem with a foreign mayor if they have the people in the best interest. But it seemed like here recently, these foreign mayors that they've been putting in charge are people that are for the agenda of the left party. And it's for basically going to jail and keeping inmates in the cities and all that stuff. I have yet to see. I saw Jasmine Crockett over there talking about the inmates, about the immigrants again. I'm seeing all of this stuff, and it seems to me like everybody ready to dive in and crash out for everything except what's going on with the actual citizens of America. Okay, that's what this is all about. It's really annoying because we pick these mayors as people. We pick these mayors as a people, and we look at skin color, and that is the worst thing we could ever do. That is the worst thing we could ever do, is pick these mayors based on color. I keep telling y'all, and I told y'all this in the past, if you continue to choose based on color, that is where the psyop will happen. That is where it has been happening, because you nignogs, all you see is a melanin shared, and you automatically assume that this person has your best interest at heart, when the fact of the matter is, a lot of these black mayors, whether they FBA or not, but a lot of these black mayors that are in these cities that are predominantly black are there for the opposite of you. Most black people who live in black cities with black mayors are not doing well within their cities. Facts. I don't care what city you in. Atlanta, New Orleans, I don't care where you at. Houston, I don't care where you at. Most of these black cities with black mayors, the black Americans are not doing well within these cities, because this is the psyop, and this is how they play with y'all every time it's time for an election. All they do is put a black face in front of you, and then they put a white opposition in front of you, and they tell you the white person is the op, the black person is the savior, and the fact of the matter is most black people's elevator won't go past that floor, the black floor. That elevator starts and stops right here. And they put this person in front of you, you thinking you chose somebody who's for you. All they do is throw you trinkets by doing a little 1-2 yin to make it seem like they for the people, and they're not. And then on the back end, they're working tirelessly and effortlessly against your best interest. Fact. I don't care what city you in. If you are black and you live in a black city where there's a black mayor, you are getting screwed. I know. I've been all over America where the black cities at with the black mayors, and I hear the same things from the same people, and I can see the same things. They are getting screwed. But all they know is that your elevator is going to stop here. This is where your elevator going to stop, right here by this black skin. And that's what they use to play with you every time. Now, let's get into this one right here. This guy is the mayor. What's his name? What's his name? Baraka committed trespass and ignored multiple warnings from Homeland Security investigators to remove himself from the ICE detention center in Newark, New Jersey this afternoon. He has willingly chosen to disregard the law that will not stand in this. Now, this is what happened. He allegedly was supposed to be doing a tour at an ICE facility. Well, he gets to the ICE facility and the people tell him, tour is over. We're not doing the tour, sir. I need you to step aside and go home. The mayor decides he ain't going nowhere because he's scheduled for a tour, even though the people at ICE is saying, sir, we're not doing this today. Go home. But it's not about the tour. It's not about even breaking in. It's about making history. It's about going into the next history book and the next social studies book. Now he's going to go down as the black man who helped out immigrants and went out and got himself arrested to make sure that all people are treated fairly, because that's how history is going to write him in. They're not going to say that he's an immigrant black immigrant mayor who was over here throwing his neck on the chopping board to save ICE people who really, or save immigrants, illegal immigrants from ICE after being told to leave the premises. They're not going to say that. Okay. They never say that. So let's get into him trying to force his way into the ICE facility.
Get off of her! You cannot push it! You cannot hold this! Get off of her! Get off of her! You cannot push it! You cannot hold this! Put your hands on it! If it's correct, you know that's wrong. Put your hands on it!
So there you have it. The cop. The mayor.
You know that's wrong. Put your hands on it. If it's correct, you know that's wrong.
So this is the mayor who decided to barge into the ICE facility and was arrested. I have some more to show you guys. Hold on.
That he was taken away by 20 armed individuals and that they were all intimidated by federal officials on this property. What do you say?
I'm going to say the truth and correct them. I'm sorry that you're trying to politic this. Let me be very clear. You're right. Congress people have the right to investigate, and we allowed them in, number one. Number two, the mayor was actually inside the facility, was warned, was asked to leave several times, more than once, refused to leave, was put under arrest inside the facility, walked out when he was told he was under arrest, and then was cuffed. That is what happened. Lucky for our team in HSI, who I stand behind, who many people don't understand, the Department of Justice encompasses that. They did absolutely everything correct. If you look at these individuals' Twitter accounts, they have been openly saying they're going to go in. There is a reason these Congress people are standing out there running amok and running their mouths as usual. But however, I will tell you this. The mayor was inside, was told he was going to be under arrest inside when he refused to leave after several obligations, several notifications that he should remove himself, chose not to do so, and then was placed under arrest when he walked out of the facility. So while I love the scheme, the game, and the tactics of these individuals that are perfectly fine and were not touched, I will say very clearly, the mayor
They were
did
not
have a right to
assaulted,
do that.
these three individuals? None of them were assaulted.
Does
This
it
is
look
what they
like they
said.
were assaulted, Martha?
No, they looked
Does it look
fine.
like
But
looked
I'm
absolutely
asking,
fine?
in terms of what happened in there, it is very striking, especially after having read the list of at least some of the people who are in this facility. And
Right.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what they are doing to protect the people of New
it's
Jersey.
it's called grandstanding, unfortunately, Martha. And when you break the law, there's no grandstanding that will help you. Period. The end.
All right. So you heard what they were saying happened leading up to this situation. And honestly, he should have been arrested and he should be charged with breaking and entering. If you're told to leave somewhere, then you should leave. Period, point blank. A lot of the Democrats I've been noticing with their situations that they've been getting into, it's been a lot of throwing myself at the mercy of the court. Just, you know what? If I get arrested, oh well. See, those things worked in the past. They really did work when we were blinded by the idea of someone being arrested for our rights and all that stuff. But it took for us to realize that a lot of those arrests in the civil rights movement were fake, for us to realize that y'all just be staging stuff. Yeah, in case you didn't know, most of those arrests you saw during the civil rights movement, I ain't gonna say most, a lot of those were staged. Fake, even. A lot of the ones allegedly from Mike, aka Martin Luther King, for show for Rosa Parks, a lot of those arrests were staged. And now that we know that in 2025, when we see these mayors go and get arrested, we just be like, nigga, we don't give a damn about you getting arrested. Let me tell you why. Because you ain't getting arrested for no cause that's for us, the actual citizens of America. No, we want to go wild out and throw ourselves at the mercy of the court for an illegal immigrant. Come on, man. I think the problem is we know the tactics. We know the tactics, and mark my word, anybody who's at the sound of my voice, mark my word, when the next 4 years come around, or 3 years, we'll be going on 4 years, almost 4 years come around for the next election, they're going to show this to you and say that this man was fighting for your justice. You see what I'm saying? See, this is why you should vote this way, or you should vote down ballot, or because look, we're willing to go to jail and fight for you. That's not the same. That's not the same. That is so not the same. Okay. And honestly, I don't give a damn about no immigrant throwing his neck on a chopping board for no doggone immigrants. I don't care about that. That's dumb to me. Why would I applaud you for that? I guess it's the same reason why I be looking at why black people be offended by when people trolling other groups. Like, it don't have nothing to do with me. So I don't feel no type of way about it. I think they should have gave him real time in jail. I think that he should be held responsible because as an elected official, he knows better. You see what I'm saying? Period, point blank. He knows better. Thank you. Work in Progress says he still looks like American Roger from American Dad. Thank you so much. Sassy Brown, thank you for the super chat. Says, unfortunately, the mayor is from Acorn. Not with a name like Baraka. I don't know where he's from. Not with that name, though, unless he gave himself a new name. And if he gave himself a new name, that's even worse. But you know what's crazy, though? Even if he is FBA, it's some of us, too. It's some of us, too. I told y'all about that. That's how I be. That's how I be. But ultimately, this don't move me. This don't do nothing for me. And I don't understand why it even went viral. Good. He went to jail, but it need to be real jail. He need to be put in there with regular inmates. Like, for real, for real. You know what I mean? Thank you, Sassy Brown. Auntie Shay, thank you for the super chat. Says, good morning. My 30th birthday was yesterday and came to wish you and all the dolls a belated Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day and happy birthday, Auntie Shay. I'm going to play the birthday song at the end of the live. Y'all remind me, please. Happy birthday, Auntie Shay. And I hope you have many, 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 many more. Thank you so much for the super chat and happy belated birthday and belated Mother's Day. Is Muhammad Ali FBA? Yeah, of course. He's FBA. But he got his name changed, remember, through the Nation of Islam. Muhammad Ali. But Baraka, I don't know. But we're not looking at this like, oh my God, this is so great, because we don't give a damn about you going to jail behind no doggone ICE raid and no damn foreigners. We don't care about that. We don't care. We don't care. We truly don't care. We truly don't care. I think his family did the same. Are y'all talking about Ras Baraka father changed his name from Leroy Jones to Amiri Baraka? That's definitely a nigga with a name like Leroy Jones. Yeah, but he raised a bitch. Mr. Leroy, I don't know if he's still here. You raised a bitch. We don't care. We not about to fall over no mayor, FBA or not, who falling over doggone illegal immigrants. They are treasonous and they need to be dealt with accordingly. Okay. Treasonous and need to be held accordingly. Held accountable. I'm sorry. Period. Point blank. But yeah, I'm not doing it. Not about to get up here. Not about to get up here and give him no props for being arrested, you dummy. Moving on. Now, I want to get into Rodney Hinton Jr.'s father. Before we get into his father, y'all, first of all, get the likes up on the video, but I want to show y'all something. So, remember when we were talking about this Hinton situation? And hold on, let me. Did I just close out that window? Girl, no. I didn't. Girl, wait. What I did? I think I just closed out that window. Hold on. Y'all can still see me though, because I see me on here. Y'all can still see me. I don't know what happened. All my windows closed. That's all right. I'm gonna come back in. I hope it don't let me in twice. I hope it don't be two of me in here. Hold on. Girl. Okay, hold on. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Nope, close that out. How is it still saying that I'm in here? Hold on 1 second, y'all. I need... Let me give y'all a commercial break. I'm going to have to give y'all a commercial break because it's saying I'm in here twice. I'm going to have to log out and come back in. I'll be right back, y'all. Oh, Lord, that's an echo. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Let's go, Miss Peggy. Let's go, Peggy. Miss Peggy Bother, Peggy Bother, Peggy Bother. Make that ass drop, make that ass rock. Ooh, make that ass drop, make that ass rock. Ooh, do it for a whopper, make it wobble for a whopper. Wobble for a whopper, make it wobble for a whopper. Ooh, Peggy Sue, ooh, Peggy, ooh, Peggy, ooh. Peggy about to say she about to work it like a black girl. Make that ass jump, make it rock like a black girl. Rock. You fine, Peggy. You fine, Peggy. Ooh, you fine, Peggy. Ooh, bow-legged Peggy and a booty kind of heavy. Bend it on over, girl, toot it like a levy. Bow-legged Peggy, booty kind of heavy. Bend that ass over, toot it like a levy. Lift that ass, lift that ass, Ooh. Peggy about to work, she about to rock, she about to move, she about to make it. Oh, Miss Peggy.
Do your hand like this. Yeah, gotcha. Cause I'm black, nigga the black, the nigga black, the black, the nigga I'm black, nigga the black, the nigga black, the nigga black, the nigga I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown, I'm black and I'm brown. You got to say, they want the black. Cause I'm black, nigga the black, the black, I can never be white. Shake, if your leg, wiggle, lift your leg, bounce, lift your leg, hustle, lift your leg, if your leg is around, let me see you put your hands up. Let me see you put your, if your leg is around, let me see you put your hands up. Put your hands up, man. Make that booty go round and round. I'm Louis Vuitton Brown. Make that booty go round and round, man, cause I'm Louis Vuitton Brown.
Like a fool, it's you, Lord. In that time of when I said goodbye, I'm back in my machine and cry. Ooh, baby,
I'm back. Sorry, I had some windows open. Sorry, y'all. But where was I? Oh, yeah. I want to go to Rodney Hinton Jr. Oh, so this is what was going on. Remember, I told you I wanted to do some research on this whole situation, and I haven't done all the research, but I have done some, and I have a few questions. Okay, now number one, we saw remember how they wouldn't allow his family into the room, and we saw that big old fight, that big old to do. Well, allegedly, apparently, this has to do with the fact that they allowed a whole bunch of cops into the courtroom to intimidate the brother Rodney Hinton Jr., but they wouldn't hardly allow them, allegedly, but they wouldn't hardly allow his family in there. Now, let me say this. This is done on purpose. They wanted to intimidate him. They wanted to break him down the size. When they did this and had all of the cops in their uniforms sitting in the doggone courthouse just to give him the look, the stare down, but it ended up backfiring because he held his head high and looked each and every one of them in the eye. And that's the worst thing you could do to your enemy, is look them in the eye, because it takes away that intimidation factor that they thought they were putting on. Okay. So apparently it was a whole big old to do because the family couldn't get in. Hold on. Here, and I can't play this video with the audio because it has music on it. But if you see inside the courtroom, it says 50 officers were allowed in, and these is all the people trying to get in the courtroom or in the courtroom, but everybody got on a blue badge or a blue outfit, a blue uniform. This should not have been able to happen because the courthouse belongs to the people. We the people. It belongs to the citizens, not the police. It should have been made first come, first serve. Whoever gets in, and that's just that on that. And it should have been to where if it's too many police officers, some of y'all got to stand outside, because I get it. One of your fraternity brothers then went on to glory. But at the end of the day, there are other people affected by this situation, but they didn't do that. What they did was allow all the police in there and made the family stay on the outside behind that glass, which is where a lot of the fighting and a lot of the stuff went on. Remember y'all saw the brother talking about, I just want my brother to see me. I just want my brother to see me. That was in reference to this, okay? Now, I still haven't done all of the research about this, but I thought that it was jacked up the way that this whole situation is handled. Shout out to that brother. I did hear, I don't want to repeat that because I don't know that this is true. But I'm hoping that he's being taken care of and being looked out for while he's in police custody. I saw a video the other day of this cop that stood on the elevator with him and made sure he was able to get to where he was going safely and peacefully. I say safely and peacefully, because you know the police was gonna try to do him dirty, which at the end of the day we can't watch him 24/7. But I'm pretty positive the police department is not happy with this person at the time. Now I want to show y'all his father. Now Ryan Hinton Jr.'s father, Ryan Hinton Sr. Now, mind you, Junior was the one who unalived because his son was unalived. So his father, Ryan Hinton Jr.'s father, he did a press conference, and I want to say the powers that be put him up to this and had him do this because it sounds rehearsed. It sounds like he was just trying to hit key points. And honestly, to be completely honest, it just sounds like cap. But it also sounds familiar because there's a lot of us Black Americans, especially the old Christian ones, who want to pray for everybody and forgive everybody. God forgive, not me. Now, if I do forgive somebody, it's off the kindness of me, but it's not going to be because I'm told to. Now, here's the grandfather, Rodney Hinton Sr. This is Rodney Hinton Jr., and this is the son that was unalived, okay? Let's get into what the grandfather, that's this man here, had to say about his son and his grandson. Now, mind you, he's going to give condolences to the officer who was slain and understood how their family might be going through stuff when we have yet to hear one officer give any type of condolence or any type of anything to anybody else on the other side of this thing. But this is what a good slave Negro do. This is what this is all about. Check out what the daddy had to say. The grandfather, I'm sorry, had to say.
I'm Rodney Hinton Sr. I want to give a condolence out to the officer that got killed, my whole family. I'm asking for forgiveness, and I've been praying hard for the officer that.
What you asking for forgiveness for? Oh, but he praying hard for the officer that what?
Killed my grandson. I've been praying hard for him and his family.
This is sick to watch. This is literally making me sick to my stomach. You praying for the officers? You lost a grandson and you have the potential to lose a son. And the first thing you can do is get your bald head, nothing ass up here to talk about how, and this ain't just him. This for them old Black women who get up here crying and snotting and crying too. So let's really be clear about that, because I'm about to start trolling you dummies. Every time y'all get up here with all that hoorah, sha-sha, gyring bullshit, I just want to pray for the officers. And ain't nobody praying for you. You praying for everybody. And ain't nobody praying for you. I'm so tired of these field Negroes, house niggas. I'm so tired. Every time y'all get y'all duck ass up here with that bull, I'ma troll you. I'm telling you now. It's making me sick to my stomach. You found time to get up here and give your condolences and weep for this family, and they have yet to hit you up and say we sorry for lying, because this is what happened. They have yet to hit you up and say we sorry for lying to your son and telling your son that your grandson pulled the blicky. We honestly got trigger happy and we pulled the trigger and unalived your child. And even if he was in the commission of a crime, he should still be alive today, because we are not the judge, jurors, nor executioners. You don't get them telling you that. But here you come, broke ass nigga. They probably lined your pocket, and here you come on here talking about how you sorry for them. You a nothing ass nigga, and you need to be exiled and excommunicated from the doggone community. I said what I said. I'm so tired of spanning these niggas. I'm so tired. It's a new wave shifting here. I'm over it. Let him finish though.
Family, because I know he's hurting off this. If I seen in the video about my grandson, I seen two scared people. I seen the officer scared, and I seen my grandson scared. So it's an unfortunate incident that happened. So that's all I seen. It was like, I didn't see the police there try to kill. No, what I seen was two persons made a mistake.
This is detrimental for the case. This is detrimental for the case. Because if the granddaddy is sitting up here saying, I didn't see nobody trigger happy. Oh, it just seemed like they were both afraid. Oh, it wasn't that deep, and my heart and prayers and sympathy goes out to the family. Do you understand that what that does to his son, the one who's on trial? Do you understand the negative effect that's going to happen on your son possibly being able to see the light of day again, you fucking Sambo? Do you understand what you're doing? This is very, very problematic. This is extremely problematic. This is one of the reasons why they wanted you docile and into the church, so that you can do this right here. This is what this was for. This is what the turn the other cheek and pray about it and go to. That's what this is for, to keep you doing this instead of fighting back. You literally are helping to bury your son before you can even bury your grandson. This is horrible. Horrible. It's not okay. We got to get rid of this mentality. This has to go. I'm not saying you got to go rogue and go to getting retaliation and all that, but I'll be damned if you need to come out here and do something like this. This is very bad for the case. Very bad. You just about to bury your grandson, and now you up here with the shovel in the dirt, single-handedly burying your son. Think about it like that, because that's what it is. You ain't even buried your grandson yet, and you are on the stand or on this press conference with the dirt and the shovel burying your son. You can't make this up. You literally cannot make this up. You're literally helping to send your son away to prison for either life or death. That's how serious this is. You're helping to send your son away for life or death, which both of them ends the same. This is very bad. Very bad. It's sick.
My grandson made a mistake being there, and the officer, he was trying to get back to his family too. So that's what I seen. So it's not about revenge or anything. I have nothing against nobody. You know, my Lord and Savior is Jesus Christ, and I represent Him. So, with that said, please, everybody, just try to forgive everybody who done anything to anybody. I'm Rodney Hinton Sr.
This is extremely problematic. This is sick. And this is the mentality that's got us where we are today. That civil rights movement did a job on niggas. Do you hear me? You know that PSYOP called the civil rights movement? That did a job on black people. A job on black people. They got these niggas singing, "We shall overcome," with nobody to hold hands with. You can't make this up. I have never in my 42 years of being on this earth seen a clear person. Listen, I have never seen a clear person who was unalived, or a person whose family was unalived or done wrong by the system, and they get up here and do this. I've never seen it. I've been on the earth 42 years. Some of y'all might be older than me. I have never in my 42 years of living seen a clear person who was done wrong by the system, the police, I have never seen them get on here and say, "You know what? I forgive you. Don't worry about it. I give my reverence and my strength come from the Lord. So I'ma just take it up with God. So don't worry." I've never seen it. But every freaking time you turn around, here come a broke ass nigga. "Oh, I'ma just give it to God because, I ain't see nothing go bad. I just seen two people that was afraid, and I don't want no problems with Miss Lily and them. Miss Lily and them been good to me. Every time I need tobacco, Mr. Lily come by and he dropped me off a good can of tobacco. One time, my wife, she didn't have shoes and she was out there tending to the field, and Mr. Lily came out there and he gave my wife some hard leaves and some string and told her to tie it around her feet. And my wife been feeling good and been doing good ever since. Me and Miss Lily and Miss Lily, we ain't never had no problem around here, boy. We don't know what's going on. And we don't understand why these folk coming over here making a mess around here. Folk around here is good folk. We good Negroes. We good folk. We don't be bothering nobody. We just going on about our business. We speak when we're spoken to, and we mind our business. So I don't know. I don't understand why they doing this to us, because nigga, I'm so tired of you niggas. 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 Y'all niggas need to just vanish. Like just poof. Just go away. Like you niggas are cancers. You really are. Y'all are impeding progress. Black people who think like this. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to forgive. I think forgiveness is for the person who does the forgiving. So I'm not saying that you're not supposed to forgive, but to get up here in the public with this public display of you inadvertently burying your child after you have to already bury your grandchild, that shit need to be studied. Thank you, religion. This is what you've done to my people. And I told y'all, their Christianity is different from our Christianity. See, in our church, they tell us to be obedient. Heaven lasts always. On that other side of the cloud, the upper room. Yeah, see, they tell us to just pray. And things are going to work itself out in the long run, because you will have your heaven later. But see, the Christianity tells the clear people, this your heaven right here, my nigga, right here. If you feel like you want to take one of them out, take them out. Hey, it's in the book. The book says they were cursed. Yes, it does. Look, I can. Hey, the book tells you they are a cursed people and shall go into bondage. So look, you should go and unalive one of them, or R-word one of them, or get them up. Who cares? It's all a part of the prophecy. And then in your book, they tell you, oh, you have been cursed by the Most High, and what you should do is just pray and give it to God. Yes, don't you do nothing. Just give it to God, and God is going to take care of everything for you. And I'm all for letting God take care of my battles and fight my battles. But there's a book, or there's a verse. I can't remember what chapter and verse it was, but it says something like faith without works is dead. Do y'all know what that means? Faith without works is dead. That means I can look up at this tree that I'm looking out this window and say, man, I sure wish I could climb that tree. I would love to get to the top of this tree just to see what the view is like. Now, as long as I say that, I will continue to sit here and say that I really hope to get to the top of that tree. But guess what? I won't get to it until I get up there and get the climbing. That's the works. The faith is me wanting to get up there. The works is me actually getting my big ass on a tree and climb it. You get it? Faith without works is dead. So we forget that part of the scripture, and we just hold on to God's unchanging hand, and we just hold on and wait on God. They don't tell them to wait on God. They never tell them to wait on God. Matter of fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know another religion where God tells them to wait. I'm trying to think. The Muslims are not told to wait on God. The orange juice people not told to wait on God. The broke clears ain't told to wait on God. The Buddhist people ain't told to wait on God. You the only group of people that they are told to just sit and wait. Everybody else, God tell them to act now and do what they need to do. But you the only one told to just sit on your hands and fingers and wait. You literally can't make this up. You literally can't make it up. You literally cannot make this up. Now, I'm all for church because I believe church done a lot of good for a lot of black folk. I do. But it wasn't the church itself. It was the actual belief in the Most High. And don't get it twisted. You can have a belief in the Most High and still be able to defend yourself. Okay, I feel like the Most High has a large sense of humor. If he created a group of people like us, he got to be funny as hell. He got to be. But my thing is this: at what point do we stop forgiveness and start doing something? At what point do we stop running around here hollering, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and forgive you, master. Eyes understand it was a long day, the sun drawn down hot. I had asked my wife, I said, ma'am, Mrs., does it look like a rain in the forecast? She said, no, it ain't no rain. Yeah. This is very sick. This is very demeaning. This is very disruptive. This is a cancer, is what it is. This is a cancer. And I feel bad for Rodney Hinton Jr. I hope that now some people might say, well, he was going to get life anyway. Well, he has a insanity case because it was alleged that he has been battling mental illness. Okay. So he's been having mental health issues. So if that's the case, then he could possibly get off of that. And maybe, just maybe, because it's never been proven, maybe him running into the officer was a mistake. Just maybe the two things weren't related. Just maybe. We weren't there. We don't know. For all I know, the two things weren't related. It just so happened that I unalived the officer right after one unalived my son. Coincidence, right? This really made me mad. But you got to know this. They're going to use this testimony against the junior boy. Watch. They're definitely going to use this testimony against him. Watch. TL, thank you for the super chat. Hey, y'all, I'm still enjoying PA. The men here are different from Houston, a good different. I'm going to mess around and leave PA with a husband. Go ahead on now. I love to hear it. Love to hear it. Yes, girl. Leave PA with a husband. But just watch them when you get them back to Houston. They see the girls is all over the place, girl. Get you one girl and bring them back to Houston, as you should. You know, I love me a good husband story. Yes, I do. Thank you for the super chat, Mrs. Higgins. But Voodoo, hey, Voodoo. I've been catching all your broadcasting educational Fridays. Just let you know, I'm still a supporter and keep counting the info, coming with the info for us. Engines need, let me see, hashtag LMLV Brown. Yes, thank you, honey. I appreciate you for all your support. Thank you. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. And thank you so much, Mrs. Higgins. Thank you for your support and everybody else. Let me say this before I get off of here. I don't think that we necessarily, well, I'm lying. I do think we need our hearts hardened. I do. I think our hearts are hardened as Black people, but it's only hardened towards each other. But it's not hardened toward the enemy. The moment we can redirect, just like that negative energy through the YNs, the moment we can redirect that negative energy and turn it where it needs to be, we're going to be a fall people. Do you hear me? We're going to be a great people. But until we able to shift that narrative, we're screwed. We're done and we're screwed. Okay. At the end of the day, I thought this was horrible to see. I hated to see it. I don't know who paid him. I don't know who made him. I don't know what happened. All I know is I saw this and I had to bring it to y'all. But I'm still over here paying attention to this case, and I will be doing more research because it seems like these people had some sort of history with Rodney Hinton Jr., the way the brother was speaking. I don't know if it's a recent history or not, but either way, there was a history had. Now, with that being said, y'all, I have to get off. I do have Baddies Africa, and I got to watch Baddies Gone Wild too, I guess. So I got both of those coming this evening. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you're returning, Dollar Dawn, welcome back. Shout out to everybody in the building. I have to get off of here because I got some videos to do for y'all later. I will catch y'all on the next one, and I will see y'all later. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.